Oh boy, it's Christmas again, and you know what that means. No, not killing grandma over a TV at a Best Buy. I'm talking mother-loving, money-making Christmas specials. Now, I've already talked about a weird fan-made Thomas Christmas special, but it wasn't the only one I watched. May I present to you? If you again have no idea what this is, I do not blame you, but don't worry, I'll explain, as long as you put down the gun. In 2011, a channel by the name of Thomas Fan 8 released a 3-part Christmas special called Thomas and the Christmas Disaster. This special is one of 3 he released over the years, those being Thomas and the Secret Island and Thomas and Jeopardy, both of which I have also watched, so I have a pretty solid understanding of the lore. All of these are meant to feel like Thomas DVD movie releases, even coming with their own commercials, which is pretty neat. I haven't seen many Thomas Fan Creations do that before or since then. With all that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes, or I guess the milk and cookies, cause it's Christmas. That's what Santa eats. Let's just get into the damn thing. Here we are introduced to an animated opening cutscene, very reminiscent of the Miller era animated openings, except on a budget of $2. Welcome to the club. We then transition to Ertl models on a snowy set, which must have been a pain to work with.
Thomas steamed into the station, just as the Fat Controller skated around the bend. Snowballs. They do wonders for me car.
This man, right here, he probably rules at Mario Kart.
You are to collect the Christmas tree for the villagers in the mountains and take it there today. Oliver will lend you Toad for the journey. Other brake fans cannot make it through the snow, so make sure he is added to the back of your train. You must take Butch with you. He will arrange the decorations once there.
Thomas is given a special assignment, but not without having to wear that goddamn Santa hat.
Last year, the smoke from his funnel had shot the hat into the air, and it had landed on Lady Hat. Don't worry, there is a hole for your funnel to breathe. You must arrive before sunset. But as Thomas reached the bottom of the summit, there was trouble. The foreman spoke to Thomas's driver.
Wait, where did the Snow and Thomas go?
Oliver was cross. Snow is nothing but trouble. Beg pardon, Mr. Oliver, but it does brighten the Christmas spirit, if you forgive me for suggesting it.
Oh god damn it, not this again.
Then he noticed a track ahead. What about the line ahead? I must deliver this tree before sunset. The tracks are old, and the lines haven't been examined for a long time. But this package is urgent. The villagers need it. We'll be sure to return again if it is too unsafe.
Hell yeah, let's go into the creepy looking forest.
Sorry, Mr. Thomas, if I ever caused you any trouble. Don't worry, Toad, the climb will be gradual, and I've plenty of steam.
I do like how he actually gives a reason to a brake fan not being there, which is a problem numerous times in the Miller era.
As it started to snow, everything looked like Christmas.
Nothing like snow and ice to get you into a Christmassy mood. Oh god.
Then, Thomas saw the most beautiful sight he had ever seen.
This is my first time being up here, you know, Thomas.
Me too. It's absolutely wonderful.
I think the dialogue's a bit delayed there. Can you imagine screwing up audio that bad? Oh god, it choked on my spit. You know, I gotta admit, the green screen here is actually applied pretty well, all things considered.
Thomas didn't notice the frozen points ahead. They diverted him down the wrong line. He applied his brakes, but it was too late.
Thomas dangling off cliffs happens a lot in this universe, don't worry about it.
Topham, I'm going to count to 3 and then you drive forwards. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Lady Hat getting crapped on is also a common theme here.
I need to show you my wonderful accident-free invention. Why do I feel this is a bad idea? What on earth are you showing me by doing this? The snowball. It does wonders for me car.
Snowballs, preventing deaths from stupid driving since 2011. Moving on to part 2, Sir Topham Hatt gets Caroline to lay salt on the roads, much to her dismay.
Huh, a pile of scrap more like. You couldn't last a mile without overheating. I'm surprised they've even bothered to fix you.
Damn, the beef between George and Caroline was real.
Call yourself a car? You're a disgrace to the road. Find yourself a scrapyard.
Thomas had been puffing for a long time. Suddenly he stopped in amazement. An old twisted track was crossing a frozen pond beneath him. The rails were now loosely hanging from the gorge. If I can cross this bridge, I'll be halfway towards Summit Station. I'll soon have this tree delivered. he thought to himself.
Thomas crosses the bridge that's about as stable as my mental well-being. When?
Rocks began to give way from the hillside, and snow brushed down onto the ice below. The middle support started to shake. Bricks fell from the support and smashed the ice below.
Hey, nice ice.
Suddenly, the rails snapped and rocks fell from the cliff into the pond. The flatbed's weight pulled Thomas back to the broken rail. Thomas fought for control, but it was too late. It's gone.
God damn it, we had one job!
Thomas continued along the mountainside without the Christmas tree. Meanwhile, the Fat Controller and his wife were driving down the road. Now this, Topham, is the life. Out for lunch on Christmas Eve in the snow. How perfectly romantic. Oh, how lovely. You've taken me to... Topham!
Mackie D's is another reoccurring theme in these specials.
Thomas was making his way through the empty mountains when suddenly his driver applied the brakes. A tree had fallen onto the line ahead.
Oh, how convenient.
Meanwhile, Duck and Stepney were trying to set up the replacement Christmas tree. What sort of pompous Christmas tree is this? It isn't even green.
Clearly, he has not seen a Charlie Brown Christmas special.
If there is no Christmas tree, it will ruin the day. Now, you must not worry about the tree. What Christmas is about is Christmas pudding. No, it's not. It's about sharing the time and the happiness with those you love. And the Christmas puddings.
Has anyone ever had pudding for Christmas? I don't know, let me know in the comments. Is it any good?
I just hope Thomas is all right. It's been a frightfully long time now. I'm sure any engine's whistle will be heard from here. Then why hasn't he whistled? Just then they heard his whistle. Hooray! But the sound of Thomas's whistle had disrupted the Fat Controller's snowball. It fell from the cliffs and onto Thomas's line below.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Just then they heard another sound. It was Caroline rattling in. I don't feel too good. Suddenly her exhaust pipe popped and sparks flew from her engine. They set alight to a firework.
Oh dear.
He could smell the smoke and saw the flames at the summit.
Are they doing a ritual or something?
Charge! Keep puffing, Thomas! This rope won't hold! Lost my buffers!
Okay, I think we're good. Oh my god! Part 3 picks up on a somber note. Even the Fat Controller gets serious.
I was wrong. Christmas is about everyone being together. But Thomas isn't safe. So we're not. What do you propose, Topham? Sorry.
I am ashamed to admit, I laughed at that part.
Suddenly, in the distance, they could all see Thomas proudly puffing into the station.
Hey, he's avoided death for the 3rd time.
Butch wasted no time. And before long, the Christmas tree was propped up and proud.
Okay, that tree definitely changed shape.
So this tree is from the mountains? Yes, replied Thomas nervously. What a clever engine. Thomas was puzzled. Why? We've never had a tree from these mountains before. They're too hard to get. Well, flatten my funnel. I've made your Christmas even more special.
And thus, we end off on a Christmas carol.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a Christmas pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And And I think that sometimes the company of others can become a present itself. Don't you?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And that was Thomas and the Christmas Disaster, and honestly, I didn't dread it as much as I thought I would. Is it a little cheap and stupid? Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that, but I think that heightens the experience for me. At the very least, one of the jokes had me laugh a little, and rewatching it after all this time definitely gives me a drop of nostalgia for a more magical time in my life. Critically, you could tear it apart, but honestly, I cannot speak on that part. At least he actually used something more realistic than stuffing for snow. The dedication definitely shows through, and for 2011, some of the effects aren't too bad. Either way, it's still a staple in my mind. As for my pin code, I have some explaining to do with the bank. This is Liam Keenan, and Merry Christmas.